It's not live yet. Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to Little Trin. We have a voice. Before I get started introducing people, I would just like to say thank you to all that's chiming in, and thank you to my co-host and my awesome guest. Um, so tonight we're gonna have a fun night. I have a very, very, very special guest of mine. You know, But before I introduce my guest, of course, I will introduce my co host, Mr. Young Sean A. White.
Great evening, everyone, and happy to be here. And so, for anyone that's tuned in on TikTok, welcome. For those that are streaming on Facebook, welcome. This is going to be an excellent show. And do us a favor, of course, if you're catching us on a live on either platform, please put in hashtag live. Let us know where you're tuning in from. And if you should happen to catch the replay, because we get it, it's a Friday, it's the beginning of the month, holidays are around the corner, we get it. Just put in hashtag replay and let us know where you're tuning in from. And more importantly, if you're getting any value, please share and let us know because that will definitely help us in terms of bringing you guys better quality content and also guests as well. So with that, I'll pass it to you, Lucian.
Well, for those who don't know me, before I introduce my guest, for those who don't know me, my name is Trinity Davis Floyd. I'm 9 years old and I'm an author of two books. I'm an entrepreneur, motivational speaker, actress, model, and a singer. And you can now add a CFO of BU Foundation and a podcaster of Little Trin. We have a voice. And what my podcast is made for, as you hear in the title, youth. It's about like youth because we are overlooked by some adults. I'm not gonna say all because I know not all overlook us, but I'm gonna say some adults overlook the youth. So my job as having a podcast is showing youth that we have a voice that can impact on adults that overlook us and maybe change their minds. But without further ado, my very special guest, a beautiful woman, a special woman that's been in my life for 9 years, a woman who's raised me for 9 years, a woman, an awesome, wonderful woman. She has a book of her own and she's a motivational speaker. So without further ado, I would like you to help me welcome my mom, Miss Latanya Davis.
Thank you. Awesome
Welcome,
intro.
welcome,
Thank you.
welcome.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Beautiful intro, by the way. And yeah, this is definitely going to be a great podcast because we get to go one on one with someone that does so much behind the scenes. And so this is going to be pretty cool. So, Train, yeah, take it away.
So I do have a few questions. I was gonna read them off my phone, but my phone is unfortunately dead and on the charger. So I have a paper. Before I get started, this is kind of like a bonus question. Can you please introduce yourself and tell us about what all you do?
Well, my name is Latanya Davis Floyd. Um, I'm a mom of four beautiful children.
Including me.
I'm a wife for 28 years. Um, I'm an author, an entrepreneur, a motivational speaker. I'm also a student. Uh, yes, all why I say that is
Wait,
because
excuse me, not to interrupt, but those are some of the things I did not know about my mom. I thought she was just a mom, wife, and an author. Continue.
yes. So I do a lot for mom. So, but as I was saying, as a student, because I'm always learning, always getting education. Um, And yeah, I'm a mom with many hats, a person, Latanya Davis, that wear many, many hats. Also a caretaker as well. Thank you. Forgot
Also,
about
also, yeah, has a taker, caretaker, whatever. Is it the
that.
same thing? I don't know. But before I get to the next question, I just want to say again, those are all things I did not know about my mom. And also, thank you for the people who are chiming in. Now, can you tell us about your book and are you looking forward to writing another one?
um, First question. My first book is called Determined to Destroy, but Destined for Greatness. Um, and to answer your second question,
Second part of the question.
second part of your question. Ooh, didn't know these lights were this hot. Um, yes, I am working on a second book. It's called Living with the Enemy.
How come you didn't tell me this?
Because sometimes you got to know how to maneuver
It is hard.
when you have children, and you got to learn how to maneuver and work things in between.
Well, before I get to the next question, it's kind of like a bonus question. Are you, can you tell us a little bit about your second book that you're going to be writing?
Sure. Um,
Like, what does it stand for?
this Okay, living with the enemy. Remember, oh, I forgot to tell you because just like me and Dad, we made those two short films, destined to no
House
House
Divided.
Divided Part One and Two. Um, so it deals a little bit about what I'm going through and dealing with. Also, it could be mean as well. Some people find themselves as the enemy, and it could be that situation. I don't know if that makes sense to you, but more or less what I'm dealing with and going through. So, and it feels like you're living with the enemy.
Mm.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
Now, you did mention that you're a wife, a mom, an entrepreneur, an author. You wear many, many hats. My question is, with so much that's
And
going
a lot of
on,
earrings.
You're
you're wearing a lot of
freezing.
hair and a lot of earrings. I guess my question is, how are you able to manage and juggle so many things? Because it has to be challenging times for you, correct? Because you're wearing so many different hats and you got so much on your shoulders. So how do you manage that as a mom with all these attributes and also titles?
Good
Mm,
question.
that is a very good question, right? First, through a lot of prayer, I'm trying to tell you, because it
Amen.
can be very challenging. It can be, if you allow it, it can be very stressing. Um,
Mm. Can I pause you?
but no, give me 1 second. But I just have to take it step by step. I learned to write things down and put things, prioritize things, the most important things first. Whatever the number one thing is that needs to be done, then that's what I do. I have to do that because if I don't, I will be all over the place. Yes.
Can I say something?
Excellent, excellent. And also to Trini, before I give it back to you, we have here Commissioner Dr. James in the listening audience. And also
Welcome.
And also too, before I pass it back over to Trinity, we also have here Denise Ramsey in the building. She said, "Love, blessings, praise, and favor. Welcome, welcome, welcome." So for all those that's tuning in, you are listening to Little Trend and Transformation Greatness, along with SB and the Small Business Network podcast. This is a very special episode, and we have here, believe it or not, Trinity's mom. Latanya Davis Floyd, and she just really just telling us the many different hats and roles and which that she plays. So, guys, as you're tuning in, if you have any questions whatsoever for our guests, please feel free to go ahead and drop it in the comment section, and we will make sure that your questions will be answered this evening. So, Trini, take it away.
So, I have something to say off of my mom's answer. For the question you asked. Um, that's why, that's why you should always have the faith of a mustard seed.
Exactly. Faith of a mustard seed moves mountains, and you are
Moves a lot of mountains.
moves a lot of mountains, and you are so correct.
Basically, saying the smallest seed can grow the biggest trees or the highest trees.
You so wise. Excuse me. Next question.
Well, I will be asking the comments a question. Does the no wait? Cause he just explained. Bloopers.
Do TikTok have any questions?
Yes, actually, up there and right here. There's two TikToks. Uncle,
Is there any questions in the TikTok?
is there any for yours? From yours?
Okay.
Okay.
Next question.
Ow.
Oh,
Okay. This is a bonus question that my daddy said I could ask.
oh
How-
Lord.
How should I do how or where? Where did you and daddy meet?
Ooh. Okay. Me and your dad, we met in Newark. I met your dad. Actually, I knew Aunt Sheila, his sister, before I knew your dad.
Really?
Really.
And you didn't know she was gonna be your future sister-in-law?
No, did not know she would be my future sister-in-law. I went over there to talk to her, and your father was there, and he almost got slapped by me back then. Yes, because his
Can you please explain why?
can explain why. Okay.
Yeah.
Because he came, me and Aunt Sheila was talking, and your dad came in, and he just started talking to me, and out of nowhere, I'm thinking like he's gonna give me a handshake, talking about it's nice to meet you. You know how you do the little friendly hug. He licks my face.
Wow, that's different.
That's different.
All right.
Oh, the words that came out of my mouth, I cannot repeat. Oh, and I just went off. I was highly upset. And I was like, your brother is strange. Something is wrong with him. But then, further down the line, and then he was very funny. But it wasn't funny when he licked my face. But
That's
right. And then the next go round, when I did see him for the second time, he said, I would like to cook you dinner. I said, yeah, whatever. He was like, what do you like? I said, I like spicy chili over rice. And sure enough, he came over and he cooked for me. And then he would bring me flowers after that. every day. And then next thing you know, here we are 28 years later in
With
this
4 children.
with 4 children. Yes. So from licking of the face, who never knew?
Right. See. Oh, question?
I have, I have a question. Oh, I'm sorry, Trinity. Did you have another question?
My TikTok.
Oh, they had a question.
Mhm.
Okay.
How often do you three do your motivation speaks and where?
Mm.
Right now, Trinity, the question was
Who's
how
answering?
often do we do motivational speaking? Trinity speaks more than I do. I because now I've fallen back from speaking so much because she's 9. Um, and her words are powerful, very powerful when she speaks. Um, Takua said, "Hey, Trin."
Hi.
Um, so, but when I do speak, I pick and choose for certain categories, just like Trinity speak. But Trinity speaks a lot for a lot of politicians,
Government officials.
churches, schools,
Hospitals.
and hospitals because her word, her thing is to get out there
And
to encourage the children. So when I more so go and speak, I'm more so going to speak more on the word, to bring the word and bring encouragement to the people. Couldn't get the word out, couldn't figure it out. It wouldn't come out. It would just
Or
wouldn't.
just a person. Well, I heard my co-host has a question.
Indeed, indeed. So let's go ahead and talk about entrepreneurship. At what point when you started your journey as being an entrepreneur? Because me and you both know that being an entrepreneur, you're basically are called. And I guess my question is, when was the start of your journey, and what were some of the lessons that you learned as being an entrepreneur?
Ooh, I would say my passion is children. Um, Matter of fact, because my beautiful niece is on, and she could tell you it started with them, and before then, Kua, um,
She's your niece.
just having fun with them and learning and growing and teaching in a fun way as they learn and grow. So children always been my passion. So from there I went to the next phase, and then I always people always ask me to watch their children. So I just made June of 2010. That's when I
2010.
June of 2010. That's when my husband and I decided, like, hey, all right, so we might as well make this our own business and get the LLC so we can do what we got to do, and that way we help and teach the children, give them the love and support that they need and the guidance as they grow, because their minds are always learning at all times.
And
I'm
what
sort
was
of.
some of the and what were some of the things that you learned as being an entrepreneur? Because everybody experiences is different.
The things I learned is I learned a lot from the children, more from children. And I know it might seem kind of harsh to say, I learned more from children than from adults, because some of the things that the children say is so correct, and they seem like, especially the children in my care, like they it seem like they've been here before, and then learning how to um, go through proper the paperwork and the different channels you have to do and the do's and the don'ts. So learning all of that, would I change it? No. What I don't like about it is still the paperwork. And then you can have shifty parents, because if you have those parents, not because God has truly blessed me and my husband with some amazing parents. But don't get me wrong, no matter what, even the ones that came across and still have the nasty attitude, you still find the good in them no matter what, and just bless them because of things you learned from them. But yeah, those are the least, because some parents can be very shady.
Got it. Got it. Got it.
Um, there is a question from TikTok comments, right? It says for Trinity and Latanya, where can we find our books? Okay, so where can you find your book?
My
First.
book is on Amazon, and Trinity.
I have a website,
Trin,
or you can get them through me personally.
can you give me your website?
Trinity's book, no, Trinity'sBooks.me.
Right, TrinityBooks.me. So that's where you can find the.
Say your book again.
Right, and the name of my book is Determined to Destroy, but Destined for Greatness.
I do have a bonus question, Mommy. It's a fun type of question. It's not on this paper. Who was your flower girl when you got your vows renewed?
What? Yes. So what she's talking about is, um, we renewed our vows. Yes, you was the flower girl.
Bridesmaid.
All right.
Do I do this?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How do you handle being a mother, wife, and so much more with all that you did?
Mm.
Like, how do you balance it?
So a lot of prayer. Trust me, a lot of prayer. A lot of prayer. Especially being a mother, um, a wife, entrepreneurship, author, speaker. All these gotta be a referee, a lot of hats.
A lot of earrings.
It's a lot of prayer and music, because God's for me, gospel music. You know, they say music calms the savage beast. So I put music on to calm me down. I have to, because if I don't, then the whole house will be enraged because now mommy and wife is upset. Yeah.
Okay, I have to wait for my question paperback. Okay, there we go. Uncle Sean, may you ask the next question?
Uh, I don't know what the next question is, but I do have a question. Because yeah, I don't have the capability to see it, but I do have a question. So, with so much in which that you wear so many hats and titles, and everything in which that you and Brother Anthony is doing on behalf of Trinity, what can the listener audience expect for you guys to close out for 2024? And what does 2025 look like for the Davis Floyd household? Can you explain to the audience as far as on what would be the next steps, what we can expect and see?
Right now,
Can I answer part of that?
yes.
Yes.
Um, between June and July of next year will be another fashion show.
So, but that's next year. So, but
That's right.
so the closeout would be because she's, I know, like in December, we're gonna take like a break, especially around Christmas time to New Year's, because that's family time. But like now, she's doing the speaking engagements, and all of this, and so she's booked right about now, and so the closeout is mostly just going to be family time until next year. So, because next year
Until after New Year.
right to after New Year's, because
That's holiday time.
need that family time. She needs that rest
Okay.
because, and so do mom and dad need that rest and just spend that quality time with the family.
Okay.
Uncle Sean and Uncle Daniel, does the comments have any questions?
Yes.
Tongue twister.
Well,
What?
go ahead.
Twister here.
What did Latanya experience during the time she started the daycare till now?
What did I experience? It has its highs and its lows, especially I work out of the home. So it's a little bit different between daycare and home care because home care is more so where we take care of 5 children at a time. So it's more hands on. Um, the experience is that's a very good question. Uh, It's just the growth. And I would, am I ready to retire? Yes, a little bit.
Okay, now I'm taking over.
Uh, um, the experience is, especially when the parents come back to you and tell you, thank you because of you and instilling something in my child, study habits, respect. Um, this is because of you, which and it took that village and being part of that village and working together with the family. So that experience is most heartwarming and it brings me to tears every single time that a parent inbox us, call us, text us, send us pictures or anything like that. So it's just like amazing. And it's like you'll never get tired of that feeling because you went from here to now seeing the child in high school or either married with a family of their own and just or in the military and they're just doing great things and just knowing you had a part of that is just like a feeling you'll never ever get over.
So, to answer Instagram's question, is Trinity Davis doing a toy drive for Christmas? To answer that,
Forgot about that.
yes, I will be doing a toy drive
But you're collaborating with someone. So
with Orange Police Department.
no.
No,
No.
no.
Just say
Well,
you're doing a collaboration with someone.
Well, I am doing a toy drive. I am collaborating with somebody. So to answer that question, yes.
Forgot about that. Thank you, Instagram.
Oh, and real quick, tomorrow is Saturday. At what time is the movie premiere for the movie I played in. I'm not going to say my movie because I know Pastor P is in here somewhere. So, the movie I played in, Glass House Waging War, it's going to be in the Cityplex 12 tomorrow at, I don't know what time.
From 2 showings, 3 and 6.
3 and 6. We will most likely be at the 3 o'clock one. It's a red carpet event, and yeah.
The tickets are $30 at the
person.
door.
Per person.
Right.
And I think 25 online?
No.
I don't know. But yes, that will be happening for tomorrow.
In North New Jersey.
In Newark, New Jersey on Springfield Avenue. And I do have one last bonus question.
Okay.
How do you manage... Oh, our 30 minutes is up. Well,
Put the paper down.
How do you manage having a daughter with a condition and a son with autism and still deal with the other two children? The other two crazy children.
You know what, Trinity? That is an excellent question. Because if I'm going to answer your question, because no one never ever asked me that.
Except me.
Dealing with a daughter with a condition, dealing with a son with autism, and dealing with my other two children, because okay, far as it can be rough, it can be scary, but in the all in all, for you and your condition, and because you're sleeping and knowing the symptoms that we supposed to look out for, it's still like you're a newborn baby. So we make sure that you are still breathing, that you're not blue or purple. So right. So if and you know, so a lack of sleep, but then dealing with a child with autism, once you have the routine and down pat and make sure that the child is okay and you follow the routine and don't go off the path of that, then everything else is okay. Now dealing with the other two, because the rebellious stage come in. So everybody has their own personality, especially when for anyone to know, I have a 17-year-old, 16, 15, and a 9. So yes.
Me.
So it's 3 boys and 1 girl. So, they hit that rebellious stage and, they start smelling the oaks. So it's still dealing with a lot of prayer and asking God to please help us and strengthen us. So
with the faith of a mustard seed.
Faith of a mustard seed, because it does get rough. It does get hard for me and Daddy, and especially like putting our needs aside, especially when it comes to y'all health and y'all needs. We'll put whatever our health and needs aside to make sure y'all are well taken care of
and get the proper help
y'all need. So that means you'd be like, Mom, go get your hair done. Mom, go get your nails done. But there are more important things. Y'all are more important. Now, before kids, yes, I would love to go and get my hair and nails and pedicure and all of that good stuff and shop.
My brothers don't tell her that. I tell her.
So, but I'm just saying, it's more to it, especially when you have y'all are so much more, and I wouldn't change nothing about it because it's an experience. that we go through, and you never know that we might have to help the next person through it who's not able to manage the things that we go through. A person with a condition, a person with autism, then dealing with rebellious, and then still trying to maintain a household, and then everybody has their own thing. Like your brother has his thing, you have your thing, me and dad have our thing, your other two brothers have their thing. So dealing with all of that is a lot of prayer and a lot of just a lot of prayer. Being truthful.
Well, before we log off, I would just like to say,
Sure.
does the comments have any questions for the last time of tonight?
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything as far as in Facebook, so everybody's just in listening mode. So, what about on Instagram or TikTok?
No.
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 Come on, guys. Why when it's my mom, y'all don't have any questions? Come on, guys. But that's okay.
Because she answered all of them.
Huh?
She answered all of them.
I answered all of them. Thank you.
Well, that is all for tonight. But before we go, once again, if you have any youth or anybody that does stuff special that you would like me to interview or have on my podcast, just let my mom know. She's known as for TikTok and Facebook. Latanya for TikTok it's Latanya Floyd, 40 something, and then for Facebook it's Latanya Davis Floyd, and then for Instagram and YouTube it is under me.
What's yours?
So, huh?
What is yours?
Oh yeah, for Instagram it's Trinity_Davis Floyd, and for YouTube I have no idea.
Ex mom.
Yeah.
Mom don't know.
Ask Quasim. Okay.
Trinity Davis Floyd.
That.
So her YouTube is Trinity Davis Floyd.
And her Instagram is Trinity
Trinity_Davis Floyd. Same thing, but one is with the underscore.
And if you really need to get in touch with her,
You can also contact
your uncle.
Both of them. Okay, this one and that one.
Oh,
Okay, well, shh. Good night, heartbeats, and never give up. Keep that in mind. Thank you. Good night.
Good night.
I get TikTok.